Hello. I'm a little late on the video, and sorry about that. I've just got a lot going on. I'd mentioned something about the Czechoslovakian video. I can't hardly pronounce it, but I might go into that one a little bit. But I want to start with, I was talking to a friend, and it's been several years back. I don't know how many. Anybody that witnessed it knows, but it was at the Riviera Hotel Casino in Las Vegas during one of the pool national championship things, and me and Barroom Brown, aka we was out there. Just, we'd been running around and we was out there looking for action. There was a lot of little mini tournaments and people played in the side rooms and blah, blah, blah. And we run into Mike Danner. He's the guy that invented the aluminum stretch system, the bridge, the real nice aluminum bridge system. I mean, it's the best bridge system ever. I mean, they, I don't know if they probably don't make them no more. There are still some out there, but they was sweet. But Mike Danner originally was from around Middletown, Ohio, and then he left in like the 60s or 70s for Seattle to play pool. And he's a great guy, though, to say the least. And he knew every nick and cranny of the country. He's not around no more. Rest in peace. But he traveled, I guess, forever. His whole life he traveled and played pool and hustled. And I know he ran with Wade Crane, Billy Johnson there for several years toward the end of his life and everything. And he was a great guy, though. And he was really good for action and steering and stuff. He always had good spots. He steered players all over the country, and but he came up with him and Barroom went outside and took a break, and he loved smoking his medical marijuana. But they came back in smiling, and we're all sitting there talking, and Danner had mentioned something. He starts talking about we go into some goofy conversation about having a mask and this other stuff, and unknown pool player. A light bulb goes off in his head. He says, he's talking about, man, that's the idea. Because see, at the Riviera for this tournament, there's like 50,000 pool players from all over the world show up for this. So I mean, it's unbelievable. And so it's like he comes with the idea, to have a mask on, okay, and let people challenge the unknown pool player. Well, needless to say, we didn't have a mask. We was short one mask on this adventure, okay, and somehow, we find there in the casino one of those big FedEx envelopes. It was like paper and cloth. I don't know if you've ever seen one. They're really durable. It's kind of like it's a strong paper, and it's got like a linen inside of it to make it durable. Well, it's like a 12 by 10 inch envelope, and I could fit my head in it. If you're now you hang it, now bear with me, because this really happened, okay? And there was umpteen thousand people at this casino, and this happened. Okay, I took this FedEx envelope. I cut holes out for the eyes. I drew eyebrows above it. I drew a nose on it. I drew 2 ears on the side. I drew a mouth smiling with a cigarette hanging out of it, and I put a little hole to breathe out of. Well, I get it up and running. I'm like, okay, let's, and we throw some balls, and I'm hitting some balls. See, and I'm like, yeah, I can play like normal like this. I'm like, I can do this. And at this point, I mean, they're cracking up. They're having the time of their life. I mean, And I'm like, you know, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm just kind of like, is this gonna work? You know, I'm getting ready to go here. I'm ready to play some pool. And so here goes, barroom walks out the door. And it's like we're in a side room. There's like 2 bar tables back in this room where we're at, and they're all over the casino. People go in there and practice, you know, and play. You know, it's just like these little side practice rooms. And so here's the barroom standing outside the hall, and Danner. And they're screaming down the hall. And I mean, there's people just walking back and forth, big pool cases on their shoulders. If you've ever been there, you know what it's like. So hundreds of people just strolling through down this hallway back and forth. And here they go, they start saying, come play the unknown pool player. Try the unknown pool player. Come and try the unknown pool player, like a damn circus. So people start poking their head in there. And here I am walking around this pool table with a FedEx mask on my head with a face drawn in it. and I promise you this happened. And matter of fact, anyone that's seen this, if you see this video, please comment around what year this was. I'm going to take a wild guess right now. And I'm going to say 2000. I'm gonna say, ooh, man. And no, I'm not gonna take a wild guess. I couldn't tell you when it was, okay? It's been some time ago. Someone had to have seen this, okay? But but as things get going, it wasn't long after the terrorist attack in New York. So security was high. You know, the security was real high everywhere after that. So we know it was after 2000. We know that much. And so people start poking their heads in the side room. And here I am, you know, I'm just in here strolling around the table with this mask on my head, shooting balls. And, and within 20 minutes, this room is standing room only. You can't even move. It's shoulder to shoulder. It turns into a madhouse. And I've won about 7 games. From anywhere from 20 to 50 a game, I've won 7 games in a row. There's like $12 coins up where people are waiting to play me next. And there's a line going out the door. people that are gonna challenge the unknown pool player. I'm looking at Danner. And he's got this grin from ear to ear. He's stoned, he's completely stoned, and he's in heaven at this point. And barroom, he's on the move at this point. He's starting to smell money, so he's going hard. He's just like trying to bet all he can bet and get as many people as he can get lined up there. He's one of them people, once he smells money, he's like a shark in the water. If he smells money, he just starts, you know, he's going to try to get as much of it as he can. So that's what he's doing at this point. Danner's just sitting there in heaven. And I know what he's thinking. He's saying to himself, well, I finally found a motherfucker crazy enough to do something I came up with. And it's going to work. And that's what's going through his mind. And, well, needless to say, all good things come to an end. Here comes 12 suited security guards with guns and everything else from the Riviera. Come in there and just shut the whole party down. Like, they clear the room. They got me in the corner. Tell me to take the mask off. What's going on? I'm like, you know, they come and talk to my barroom and Danner come over there and like, you know, we're just explaining what we're doing. You know, we're pool players out there. We was just trying to come up with something that, you know, might stir up some action, you know, so where people might be willing to get up and do something. Because, you know, as you know about pool, it's became like that people want to know your social security number these days to play a game for $20. Like everybody, you know, it's like everybody's always, they're scared to just get up and play. They're scared to just get up and play anybody. And it's like it's just one of them things. But they cleared us out. They cleared the room out. They took the mask from me. you know, everything calmed back down. They realized we was telling the truth. They told us, well, you're not allowed to gamble inside the casino either unless it's in the gaming area. You know, they always say that. But but we did, like I say, we'd made some money already. There's 12 plus people in line waiting to play, on an average of 30 a game, basically 20 to 50. I mean, we was averaging, say, 30 a game. So I mean, we was gonna make money at this, and we might have made a lot of money, because the catch was this. See, here's where we had them trapped. Normally, when you do this, it's challenge the table. If you get beat a game, you lose the table. You got to put your coins back up. Well, the fix was in, because if someone beat me, we just paid them and told them have a nice day. I still had the table. They're challenging the unknown pool player. So I mean, you know, the mask got us in that spot, and that's a pretty good spot to be in. If the Riviera leaves us alone in this situation, I'm gonna venture to say I would have stood there and played till my knees buckled, till they had to carry me out of the room. Okay. Just to give you an idea of how much of a trap we had the whole place in. Like, anyone that knows what I'm talking about knows that it was strong. But yeah, barroom, I remember he came up with that idea there. He was like, yeah, make sure you stipulate where you don't lose the table, you know. And I mean, that was the best part of it, because basically in the challenge the table, bar table action, that's the thing that gets you. Like, the best player is gonna make money on the night, but he's gonna lose a game of 8-ball here and there. You know, odds are he's not gonna win every game, and then you lose the table. You gotta wait 10 games to get back up. And it's you know, but I mean, that's just unbelievable to be able to sit there and just keep the table all 40 hours if you want, and you know, and you never lose the table, and you're betting somewhere in the vicinity of 30 a game. Do the math on it. I mean I could have played 1,000 games of 8-ball back then. There's no doubt in my mind I would have played for probably 60 to 80 hours. I would have played if they wouldn't have shut us down. I would have played for 60 to 80 hours, 100%, no question about it. And it's so, you know, but either way, we had a really good. I mean, we cracked up. It was absolutely hilarious that we even attempted something like this. But it was amazing that it worked. We're at a casino, an amateur thing, like an APA or VNEA league or BCA thing, national championships, thousands upon thousands of pool players from all over the world, the pro players, everybody's here, and I get a FedEx bag, cut it up, draw nose, eyes, ears, had a cigarette hanging out of the mouth of it. And we actually put this together, and it worked. I mean, there's flooding in this room. If the terrorist attack hadn't happened back in 2000, I think this would have got over. I think we could have done this for at least a full day and night, because, you know, even if someone would have complained, I think the casino could have found some humor in it, and I think they would have let it fly for a little bit, because it was, you know, usually people respect when people are willing to go a little above and beyond to try to produce something like that. So, but the heightened security is what killed us. But now, moving on to the Czechoslovakia thing, I'm gonna give a little something on it here. It's not long enough to really do a story. It was really a classic, and give you an idea how I mean, it was pretty. Give you a little small idea of it. Okay, it was up by Detroit. It was in the Michigan area. This pool hall. We're trying to play this Norm guy, not Norm Wines, another Norm. He was good action, played one pocket up there, and blah, blah. Well, we knew he wouldn't play me. And I had gotten tired of going to spots and them saying, you're Durbin, you know, or it would be a world champion I couldn't beat. You know, it's either someone that I can't beat, or they're like, no, I'm not gonna play you. It's like, it gets old. So I'm like, so we go to a salon. I get my hair dyed bleach blonde. They wouldn't dye my eyebrows blonde, so I reach my fingers in there and I get some and I rub it in my eyebrows. So I dye them blonde too. We buy these nice glasses. They're the weakened vision ones. I guess they're just kind of reading, but they was pretty nice ones. They looked real. And I got the glasses on, the hair. I mean, you know, it's a pretty good disguise. So just to test it out, there was a tournament going on up there. And we go to this tournament. And I tell my friend, it was Kevin. Anybody knows, they probably, if they see me over the years, they know what I'm talking about. Big guy, real tall. We was running. And so we go to this tournament, and I say, well, I'm gonna go walk around and see how many people know it's me, just to give it a test run. He's like, okay. And we walk in. We walk in separate though. And so I go walking around this tournament, and I order a beer, something, stand around, watch a match, you know, bump into people. I was 3 feet from Kirkwood once, and I'm sitting there, I make eye contact with him 2 times, and just kind of see if he notices me. I smile a little bit, just to see if he notices me, and he had no clue. And it's not like he was drunk. He was fresh as could be at this moment. Like he absolutely did not recognize me, and he knew me pretty good at that point in time. So I look at my buddy, I'm like, man, I'm like, it's good. So we go back to this pool room. We walk in, the guy's there, Norm, everything. We walk in, and we walk up to the counter, got my cue and everything. And I'm trying to have the right look on my face of some European exchange student. And I had my shirt tucked all the way in, and you know, that's you know, I had the look pretty good. I had it down pretty good. And we walk up to the counter, and I look at Kevin, and I go, you know, Norm's sitting there, and the guy's working back there. I look at Kevin, I go, oh, it's it, and Kevin goes, okay. And so Kevin looks and says, yeah, give me a Coke and a rack of balls, please. and they look and they say, what? They say, oh, where are you guys from? And Kevin's like, no, he's from Czechoslovakia. I'm his interpreter. He's here, exchange student. And I'm set to run around with him. He stays in my dorm. I interpret and blah blah blah, whatever, all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, let's say, wait over there, and Kevin sits there going, okay. So we go over to the pool table. We go over to the pool table, and and we go to the pool table. I start hitting balls and everything, and I'm talking to him while I'm playing, while I'm hitting balls. I'm talking to him like, and I'm pointing at the diamonds. I'm setting up bank shots and doing all this, and Kevin's going, yeah, okay. And Kevin's pointing, and then I start doing it again, and I look over there toward Norm and them, and I'm going, pointing over there at him, and Kevin looks at me, he goes, okay, and he's like, okay, and Kevin walks over and says, yeah, he's like my friend, loves to play pool, and he's interested in playing if anyone would like to play. And here comes Norm. He says, does he play one pocket? and so Kevin walks back up to me and goes, and he puts one finger down and shows the pocket, and I go, oh, it's all right, I smile, and all this. We act like we're communicating, and well, it works. We play, make it long story short, we end up playing the one pocket. I get up. I'm up about 1,500 at one point. I'm about 1,500 winner. And about 8 times this guy has walked up and said, man, you look, he says, you got a twin, a pool player named Eric Durbin. He said, he's your twin. He said, he's like, he's like, well, really? And Kevin's come up to me, smiling, telling the guy. Kevin's like, really? And then he's looking at me and going, yeah, but that's, you know, touching his face. And then I'm going, oh, really? Oh. But well, this final set we're playing, it gets close. It gets close. This guy, you know, it's like hill. And this guy's going to win this set. And if he wins it, it puts us to where we're like 500 winner if he wins the set. And basically, we're stuck there playing possibly 3 or 4 more hours. I don't even know. And risking the guy figuring out who I am and just everything going bad and not even making no money. So a shot comes up, and it's a really important shot, okay? Basically, I had to really stretch out and come with something on the shot, and it was for everything. If I make the shot, get out, we win a couple $1,000. If I miss, we're up, you know, we're up 400 or 500, and you know, it's possibly just gonna all go bad, blow my cover, we're not gonna make no money. And well, I end up just drilling this shot. I hit it perfect. I come through these balls, open them up and get out. Norm takes his cue and says, he boomerangs at about 200 miles an hour across the pool room. Says, "You're Eric fucking Durbin." and I looked at Kevin, and then I looked at him, and I went, "What's up?" And I'm sitting there, and I'm scooting over there toward Kevin, and I'm talking the mojang with him, and he's trying to go along with it the best he can. A couple of times he was getting ready to come undone. I mean, one time through the set, he had to go to the bathroom because he almost burst into laughter once. He had to almost run into the bathroom, but then this kind of changes the tone. Like, I mean, he really, like, he won this cue, and I mean, so you know, he's getting, and this, like, he's not somebody you really want to have hot at you up in that area. You know, like, the last thing I need is to have this guy really hot at me up in that part of the country. So it's like, so I'm sticking to the script here. I'm like, Kevin's like, oh no, it's okay, it's okay. And you know, we had gotten the cues back down, and I mean, he's sitting there, he's starting to get, he's, you know, going on with that, like, man, this is Eric fucking Durbin. He's not even talking to us no more. He's over here, they're starting to congregate, a little group. Yeah, this is that fucking Eric Durbin guy, man. This is that fucking Eric Durbin guy, I'm telling you. And we had had the time paid to this point. We had the cues up, and I'm still carrying on. So what is that? And I think I looked at Kevin like, go smoke. I gave the signal to go smoke. So he's like, okay. So we walk out to smoke, and we just went in and hit the road. But I have seen him since then, and we did talk about it. We had some laughs about it, and I'm glad, you know, because it's happened to me. I've had things done to me. We've all been through it. Anybody that's been fooling with that pool too long has been on both sides of that. So I mean, you kind of can't stay mad about it. You just got to try to stay on the right side of it. That's all. But both stories went down just like that. And sorry for the delays and stuff, but I'm getting a little bit better. Thank you.